What's up, mother morning in Florida, Thursday morning. I am almost coming to the training, but I just was scrolling my Instagram, and after, like, I wake up, got my phone, and I was in Instagram, and I saw a post of Vicente Luque. And what a class act, my brother. Vicente Luque is a class act. He was wishing speeding recover to Ian Garry because Ian Garry is out of the fight. And we record this podcast on the beginning of the week talking about Ian Garry, whole situation, controversy, me and Iago. But I could not post this podcast today without talking about that. He's not fighting UFC 296. What's up, Iago?
What's up, my brother? Crazy news, right?
Unbelievable news, brother. And I'm sleeping very early because I'm training. I have a fight everybody knows. And when I woke up today, I got the phone and I talked to Priscilla, my wife. I said, did you see Ian Garry is out of the fight? And she said, yes, I saw yesterday on Instagram, but you were sleeping. So that's why this channel don't go up, my brother, because I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping while the news are coming, but it is what it is. February 3rd, I have a fight. I cannot pay attention too much, but listen to me. I have to go to training, but first, I will talk about that situation and put on the podcast first. But if you're watching the video, watch the whole podcast because it's a good podcast. And we do it with love for you guys. A very good podcast.
Yeah.
First of all, what do you think about this situation, Iago, the editor?
The danger of being a trash talker, right? Because sometimes you need to pull out of fights. And now the PR team of Ian Garry has another problem. Because with everything he already have, now he's a quitter, brother. He's a coward. He's the guy that pulled out of the press conference with Colby Covington, brother. And we all knew Vicente Luque wasn't his problem. Colby Covington was. Brother, it was going to be a bloodbath. And now Ian Garry is a coward, brother. That's it.
Man, it's so funny because the amount of shit he was talking about Neil Magny.
Yeah.
You know, putting in, man, and on this podcast, we talk about that. So if you keep watching the podcast, before we knew he was going to pull out, we did a whole podcast watching his response and talking about that and how the situation was bad for him. And then all of the sudden, Dana White announced that he had flu and pneumonia.
Yeah.
Pneumonia? Are you out of your mind? Last week you posted a video training, and today we have you have the flu. When you talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. Have you heard about that expression, my brother?
Yeah.
If you talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. That's my opinion on the matter, brother. But let's see. I wish UFC could provide us legal documents, my brother. You know, proof of this illness, because let me tell you something. I don't want to shit on him, but I am already doing, right? And I want to see proof, my brother, because it's very strange. It's very strange to be sick on the week of your fight. And
he posted the video. He posted the video 2 days ago, brother.
Video 2 days ago, my brother. 2 days ago. But the problem is, not the problem, brother. Let me tell you something. I am impressed by Vicente Luque. Because after all that, he could use that as ammunition to talk shit about him. But since the beginning, he was saying, I'm backing him up. Yesterday on the media day, people were saying that probably Ian Garry would not go to the press conference. What Luke think about that? And he said like Ian Garry is feeling unsafety. You know, he's feeling that his family may be in danger. What I think is totally bullshit, because his family is not in danger, my brother. But Luke said, if he feel that way, I'm okay with him not going to the press conference.
Don't bring the family, brother. Brother, let your family with the security. Don't bring them here. It's fine. We don't want
but
your wife is not talking today, my brother. It's only you.
Yeah, and it's funny because Vicente Luque was saying that, and he was being a gentleman. And today he just made a video wishing speedy recovery. He wishes Ian Garry speed recovery, like be safe and be healthy and that. And I said, look at that class act by Vicente Luque. I know Vicente Luque for a long time, and he is like that in and out cameras. You know, that's a real guy, and that's why I like a lot Vicente Luque, and I wish they find an opponent for him. But before talk about Luque and Ian Garry's more, I want to talk about the strange thing, because if you were on the social media yesterday, you saw that people were wondering if Ian Garry would participate of the UFC 296 Media Day, right?
Yeah.
And then his wife, from what I know, his wife texted on Twitter or something on X and say, hey, Ian Garry will be at the press conference. So she was calling the shots again. And I think the whole thing is just funny, right? Because the guy lost himself on his character, right? He wants to be like a Conor McGregor fan. He wants to be this and that. And then all fell apart, if you know what I mean, right?
Exactly.
And in the end of the day, what do you think? Do you think he is feeling sick? He is sick? Or do you think that was just a cover-up?
Brother,
for not fighting?
It's tough. I think he's sick because of Dana White. Because of Dana White said he has the pneumonia and stuff, and the doctors checked him up. Because if it was his word, I would not believe.
Man, I'm not here to judge, but it's hard to the actually true is we cannot tell.
Yeah.
You cannot tell if he is sick or not. But the whole situation is unbelievable, right? Absolutely cinema, like they say.
Yeah.
It's like a drama movie, my brother.
Exactly. And now I saw a take on Twitter today that was good. People were saying, oh, Ian Garry must be feeling safe because he's running from Colby Covington, but UFC will put his fight on 297 and he will be in the same press conference that Sean Strickland, brother.
Yes. Do you think? But what do you think is actually going to happen? They will try to find a replacement for Luque. They will reschedule the fight.
I think they will reschedule the fight.
Yeah, most likely they will reschedule the fight. But let me ask you something. What do you think that will play in Ian Garry's mind for his next fight against Vicente Luque? Do you think Vicente Luque is more strong mentally right now? He's in a better place. He has better chance to win, or do you think it doesn't matter?
For sure, brother. For sure. Ian Garry will have more. How long is 297? It's next month? It's January or February?
January 20.
Exactly. So Ian Garry will be eating shit for like a month, bro.
Yes.
Another month. I don't think he will be able to avoid all these things. And now he has another reason to people call his stuff on the internet because he pulled out of the fight, brother. You think he will be able to stay away from Instagram? But not that only, because even if he stays away, he knows what people will be talking about him, right? Man, Ian Garry must be mad. If he's actually sick, he must be mad, brother, because everything he was already against him, but now it's more. It's way more.
People are hating him so much. It's unbelievable. I don't remember. I think the only time that I see somebody get this kind of hate was Paddy Pimblett after Jared Gordon fight. But let me tell you something now. But people forget. Remember, he fought him a long time ago, and then people forget about that. I don't even think people are hating Paddy Pimblett that much. And I think if he beat Tony Ferguson, people will love him because that's the way. Yeah. That's the way MMA works, you know. So, but if they do reschedule the fight for UFC 297, is still very early, if you know what I mean. People will still hate Ian Garry.
Yes.
And for a reason, right? They are right, brother. They are right, because the whole controversy was just crazy. And then this is like a movie, because in the last minute he pulled out of the fight, brother. It's unbelievable.
How is going to be his character now? On UFC 297, he will be talking shit?
Do you remember when we did the podcast, watching the video, and I think he was playing the victim's card?
Yeah.
You know? Because when you cannot bully somebody, you're gonna say somebody's bullying you. And he was saying people were bullying him because he was afraid for his family. People hate him because he's a vegan guy. People were hating him because his family. And this is, for me, is just playing victim's card, right?
Yeah.
On my opinion. So I don't know, maybe he's go along with this character, right? With this narrative that everything is stacked against him.
Brother,
you know?
that will be the most pussy move ever. If he goes to the press conference talking about that, oh, because you hated me all the time, it's a brother, that would be so ridiculous.
And guess what?
That.
UFC audience doesn't give a shit, my brother.
Yeah.
UFC audience, they don't give a shit, my brother. You know, if you show weakness, see like Volkanovski. Volkanovski 4 months ago was the best fighter in the world, and he lost to Islam, heavier, like more experience,
short notice,
everything was against Volkanovski. He still went to the fight, and then he lost. And on the press conference, he showed, like the post-fight press conference, he showed some weakness, right? He showed that he was not in a good place mentally, and people are destroying him. So UFC audience doesn't give a shit. And why would they? You know, life is hard, my brother. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fly fuck about you. So that's why you have to be tough. You have to be hard. And you really don't have to care about people's opinion. Just people that like you and want you to succeed and improve. And we're going to find out if Ian Garry has good or bad fans. If he has a true fan base or was just hype, you know? And to be honest with you, and I am honest with you, I hope Vicente Luque beat the shit out of him, because Vicente Luque is absolutely class act, man.
And Luque's response probably made Ian Garry feel bad again, right?
Of course, brother.
Because he did him dirty. He did Vicente Luque dirty, and now Vicente Luque is being all polite and stuff. And I wish you a good recovery, brother. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Ian Garry must be feeling so bad, brother.
He's killing him with kindness, my brother. And let me tell you something. He will kill him with the hands, my brother, because Vicente Luque can throw a punch, my brother, and now can grapple, and now can wrestle. And I know I had picked Ian Garry to beat Vicente Luque because the reach. Because even though Vicente Luque is my friend, I have to tell how it is, right, my brother? I have to tell how I feel, and I just think Ian Garry was a bad fight for Luque, but not now. UFC 297, if they make that fight, I will be on the Vicente Luque hype train, my brother. The Warrior of God. Remember, the Warrior of God, Vicente Luque. Vicente Luque is coming, my brother. Vicente Luque is coming to doctrinate Ian Garry, you know, to baptize him, my brother. So remember that the Warrior of God, Vicente Luque, is going to put on a show against Ian Garry.
Exactly, my brother. That's funny.
And that being said, I have to go to the training. But if you watch that video that far, please consider to watch the whole podcast. We have a lot of topics. I just made that because that's news, and I want to talk about that, especially because it's such crazy MMA news, right? Because the guy, again, I don't want to stick too much talk about his family and this and that, but that is fighting, my brother. UFC 296, he should be on the card after the whole thing, after starting the beef on the social media, after want to play the big character. But guess what? When you talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. And doesn't matter if he win or loses, my brother, but you have to show up and back it up, my brother. Okay? See you soon, Iago the Editor. Keep watching the video, mother. We made a video about Ian Garry's situation. Like I say, I don't want to talk too much about his family. That's not my style. But the video, my point that I was making was, would that make a difference on his fight? And I saw the video about Chael Sonnen talking about that. Did you saw the video?
No, I did not.
Today, somebody sent me a video of Chael Sonnen talking about that. Let me see if I can find.
He did an appearance on Friday night after the weigh-ins in Boston. He did it at a bar. He did an open workout. They cleared a space and he comes up with a coach and he's doing the mitts and it was great and it was packed and it was so successful the police came in and shut it down. Made him nervous. They didn't know what the hell's going on. Hey, what's this guy doing? He's throwing punches at a bar. Ian has had the audience eating out of his palm. They love him. They love him at the press conferences. They love him at the weigh-ins. So when he has T-Mobile booing and heckling him against Luque, how is that going to affect him? How is he going to respond?
Okay. This is a good point, right?
Yeah, the whole point of Chael, the master baiter Sonnen, he's the baiter, right?
Okay.
No, I'm joking, but the point that Sonnen is making, like couple fights ago, everybody was on the hype train, Ian Garry hype train. Everybody was talking about Ian Garry. Like he say, he went to a bar, he did his open workout in the bar, and everybody was cheering him. But now Chael Sonnen is affirming that people will be booing him at UFC 296 show, UFC. So let's talk about more stuff after that. But first, do you think that's a correct assessment by Chael Sonnen? People will be booing him?
Yeah, I think people will be booing him, brother. And the problem is that a small group of people start booing, everybody will do, right? We've seen that. I've seen Belal Muhammad talk about that. He was talking with DC one day and he was saying that one fight of his, the next day after the fight, a girl came to him and started talking to him and she said, oh, you're so gentle. I don't know why I was booing you last night, because this happened. So if people start, a small group start booing Ian Garry, and they will do that, more people will do it. And I don't know how is he going to feel about that. If he has that I'm gonna say bad boy attitude, maybe he can feed himself from that, but he's used to being loved. Now let's see how it's going to be for him. If he's used to being hated too, if he can handle the pressure.
Yeah, so the first point was that I think Chael Sonnen is right on the assessment. I think people will be cheer for Luque because on this fight, he become the bad guy.
Yeah.
He become the bad guy and everybody was talking about all the other day, I say polemics, and one of the subscribers was a Portuguese speaker, and he said, no, this is not right, my brother. Thank you to correct me, but he say about not polemics, he say another thing. Controversy. Let me know in the comments if controversy or polemic is the same, if I'm right or wrong saying that, but somebody said, and I appreciate sometimes because as you guys can see, we are not English speakers, like natural English speakers. We have to learn, right?
Exactly.
So every time that people teach us, that's good. But so like I was saying, I agree with him. I think people will be booing him, and because of everything that I don't know, man. I just feel. Did you see his post on Instagram talking about the controversy?
The video that he put on?
The video?
Yeah.
The video?
Yeah, of course.
So let's watch the video and let's see what that looks like, okay? So we have the video over here. Let me show to you guys.
They hate the way you walk. They
hate the way you walk. Because people used to call him McGregor fanboy, right?
Yeah.
The way you talk. They said you're just the McGregor fanboy.
Yeah.
That you never reached the top 10. They hate your wife, they hate your family, and they even...
But that's crazy, Do you think people hate his wife?
Brother, on the internet, yes.
Yeah, but do you think they hate his wife?
It's not that they hate his wife, right? It's just the narrative of the video. One person made this copyright for him and wrote this speech for him, okay? And this person started to make sense, to make it punchy, say, put hate. It's a thing that I would do, for example. But it's not that people hate his wife. I don't think people have no feelings about his wife, brother. The problem is he is the problem, not his wife. to be honest. You know, he married her and stuff.
So like you're saying, he is like going along with the narrative, right?
Yes.
But this is not facts. You know,
No,
when he
they're
make a
not.
video, when he makes a video saying people hate his wife, that assessment is wrong.
Yeah,
He's
no.
not being honest, right? And I didn't see anybody. Maybe Sean Strickland, right? Maybe Sean Strickland.
I did not see his comment section, but people must be calling her names, brother. It's not gonna.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. Of course, it's not looking good. So if you think about it, probably some guys hate his wife. It's not that he hates his wife, but it's the internet.
The thing is not looking good for her. I don't hate her. I don't hate he. I don't hate she. Doesn't matter, right? He is an athlete, but the whole book stuff was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Right? He give ammunition to people. You know what I mean? They give ammunition to people.
Because I didn't read the book. Of course, I didn't read the book. What do you think she tells on that?
I don't know. But the problem is the book is real.
Yeah,
You
the
can
book is
order.
real. Yeah.
You can go to Amazon and you can order, and even on the title is saying like how to marry or meet successful people, like athletes. So
Yeah.
I think the book is like that. Like I don't even wanna talk about that because, like I say, I don't wanna be talking too much about this. So
Yeah, but
let's just
it's inevitable.
let's just keep
inevitable.
going. It's even inevitable.
Yeah.
But one thing is for sure, I don't think people hate his wife. I personally, I don't think people hate on her. But like you say, maybe the comments on his page, right?
Yeah, her page too. She probably close her Instagram if I would guess, because people
Yeah.
must be calling her like a lot of names and stuff. And the thing with the video is that Ian Garry will never be able to turn down this narrative, brother. Everybody thinks the same about him right now.
But it's not only that. You know what's the problem? Because that happened, right?
Yeah.
And then Sean Strickland talk about her, and I think that was pretty bad. That's not something that I will do. But we know Sean Strickland, and to be honest with you, that's why people like Sean Strickland and I like Sean Strickland, because he speaks his mind. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to people dislike him or this or that. He go over there. I don't think that was good, but this is Sean Strickland, brother. But my problem with Ian Garry on this situation, he was saying to Sean Strickland, if you don't take this shit down, I'm going to sue you. And I think that's bad. Imagine if somebody's talking about your family and you're a fighter. You're supposed to go over there and try to bitch the guy, right?
Yes.
Try to talk shit, and then to say, hey, stop that shit or I'm going to sue you. I think that's the worst response ever, if you know what I mean. And I think that was the big... So first that stuff with Neil Magny, and then with Sean Strickland, and then like saying gonna sue people because of jokes and stuff, and then you know what I mean. And then this video saying like people hate you, people hate. Man, I don't agree with that. Like 2 fights ago, people used to love him, and that's something that fighters. Man, I got mad with fighters because fighters generally they think just because they fight they deserve respect. You know?
That's a good point.
I deserve respect because I'm putting my life on the line and this and that. But guess what? This is just another profession, my brother.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's the same thing with police officers. It's the same thing with people that clean the streets, you know?
Yes.
They are workers too. They are so my whole point is let the fans decide, because in the end of the day, the fans pay your purse, you know? They give you money through the UFC and stuff, but guess what? Somebody has to pay. And like if the fans don't like you, you're going to be in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I don't mean like to try to please the fans, but try to be yourself and you're gonna find people that like your job. And that's funny because now on YouTube, we're starting to get used to this YouTube. This is very new for us. But I was talking to Iago the other day, and I was saying we don't have to try to make content for people, you know. Just make our content, make the video that we like, and eventually people that like us going to watch the video, right? It's not the other way around.
Yeah.
Right? You don't target the audience. You do your job, and if people like, they're gonna watch. If they don't like, they're not gonna watch. You know? So that being said, please let me know if you're liking the content, okay? And I think the whole problem with Ian Garry is that he was loved before, and now people are giving him a little bit of hate, and he's like trying to act like a victim.
Yes,
you know,
and
like,
this video is like that, right? He's trying to change the narrative to his side, and he will not be able to do that. But he's saying like that, I've always been hated. He's like that.
Yeah, no, he was
this
not
is what
hated,
he's saying. You know, because I was a McGregor stuff. I don't fucking know. But this is the thing. But in a PR perspective, this video was a smart thing to do because he's probably making money off this shit, right?
Yeah, that's true. Like
he talks about his brand on the video. That was smart as fuck, you know. Oh, because my they hate me because my brand is blowing and stuff.
Yeah, and in the end of the day, how is the word? Polemics.
Controversy.
Controversy generate clicks, right?
Yes.
People love controversy. So let's see if he's doing good or right, like surfing that controversy. Let's watch the rest of the video.
Even hate the food you eat.
Soy boy.
They said you're just a hype train, that you get kicked out. They hate your wife, they hate your family, and they even hate the food you eat.
They hate the food you eat. Probably he's vegan, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw the video.
Yeah, but I don't even know he was vegan, my brothers.
They said you're just a hype train, that you get kicked out of every gym.
Man, he got kicked out of every gym, but if I was not mistaken, I remember him saying that he's a guy that likes to train all over the world to learn different techniques. I know he trained at Tiger, Shoot Box, Kill Cliff. He went to London and he had polemics with Leon Edwards' coach. So I don't know if he was kicked or not from other gym, but that was not looks like, right?
That's the narrative again, right? He wants people to think that he's been kicked from gyms, like that it wasn't fair and stuff. And I don't know if you saw, but Vicente Luque talking about his relation with Kill Cliff right now, because Ian Garry used to train at Kill Cliff. He did that comment on Vicente Luque's Instagram. Yeah, and it wasn't great, brother, because especially for Christians, like he was impersonating God, right? That was his comment. He said, I will be standing tall, blonde, and strong in front of you, while Vicente Luque was talking about God and stuff. And it seems that Kill Cliff is not happy with him because he used to train there, and now he's fighting Vicente Luque, and he's going to act like that, you know? So Kill Cliff is not happy with him too, and Vicente Luque say everyone on Kill Cliff got his back on that. I don't know if Ian Garry will train there
because
again.
he left the gym, right? He's in Brazil right now, but like I say, I don't know if he was kicked or not. To me, personally, I don't think he was kicked. I think he is traveling all over the world to have good training.
But on London, you don't think he was kicked too?
No, in London he was kicked, of course, right? But at the same time, even if he was not kicked, I think he would not stay there for long.
Yeah,
because that is Leon Edwards, and he didn't stay for long in Kill Cliff, and he's not gonna stay long in Shoot Box. You know, I think he's going all over the place to learn, right, and to train. So I'm not saying that's right or that's wrong. I'm just saying this is the way I think he will handle his career, you know? So it's not a fair assessment saying that he was kicked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see more of the video.
They hate that everyone is talking about you.
Save Ian Garry.
They hate that your brand is booming.
That
you have cameras on you all the time.
Do you think people hate that his brand is booming?
No, of course not. They only put that on the video so people search for his brand, bro.
Yeah.
They hate that you're interesting, entertaining, and
man, his press conference against Neil Magny was bad.
It was ridiculous, brother. And I watched it again to do the video, and it was just...
Maybe people hate him because he's undefeated. Maybe he's right on that. What do you think?
Oh, fuck this guy. The more we talk about that, the more
So
I dislike
officially,
him.
Iago the editor is not a Ian Garry fan.
No. I hate him because he's Ian Garry, brother. Because of this video too. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that was a very bad video, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If he was trying to make him looking good, for me personally, I didn't like the video at all. I think he tried to distort the views of people and how people were seeing. And I never see somebody that was hating on him. But again, I'm not him. I'm not him on his Instagram, on his social media. Maybe a lot of people send him messaging and stuff. But just don't care, my brother. Stick to the good moments. You know, you undefeated. You fighting a killer on a great card, and you have a chance. You have a chance for the title because you're 26. You're still very young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. Talking in Ian Garry's and talking in Sean Strickland, we have here an article that says Colby Covington says he would love to slap around UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland. And he say he's just a pathetic excuse of a human being. Let's watch the video.
Absolutely. He's pretending to be everything he wishes I was. So I'd love to slap Sean Strickland around.
I would love to slap Sean Strickland around. He's saying like, what he's saying is, Sean Strickland is impersonate Colby Covington because Colby Covington was the first fighter to talk, let's make America great again, like a Trump supporter, very Republican, you know, very political. But I think Sean Strickland is more raw, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is more. But let me tell you something about Colby Covington because you know that I train with him, right?
Yeah, he used to train at ATT, right?
He used to train in ATT, and let me tell you something. Do you know the stuff that he come up, the things that he say was not him saying? There was a guy that worked for, man, maybe nobody knows that. Maybe that's a cut, but let's see. There is a guy that used to work on the front desk of American Top Team, you know?
Yeah.
And that guy, he used to do WWE. But
Okay.
not the WWE, he used to do like small shows of WWE. So he was a character, you know, with the pants and stuff and the phrases. And people say that guy used to do a script for Colby Covington.
You see?
So everything that Colby Covington used to say, this guy was doing the script for him.
That's
Crazy,
crazy,
right?
brother. Yeah, just like
Crazy.
Ian Garry, brother. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know. But that I know for sure, man.
Why did he left ATT? Did he have a problem with Masvidal?
Yeah, the problem was like because the trash talking with Masvidal and Dustin Poirier and Yves Joanna Jedrzejczyk every day on the practice was a drama. You know, they were calling names. They were like they had to be separate, and then the owner Dan Lambert say, "Hey, both you guys have to go." You know,
Masvidal and Colby Covington?
Masvidal and Colby Covington, and then Colby Covington say, no, Masvidal can keep. I am going. So
Okay.
he doesn't have to leave, and then he leaves.
How he was with Brazilians, brother? Was he a prick?
No, he was okay with everybody. Like I say, he was very humble on the gym, you know. And even one day, I was talking to him, and he was saying, "Man, you know, I don't hate Brazil. I don't hate anybody. I'm just trying to make money. You know, I'm just trying to make a name for myself. I am just a character." He was talking like that. And I say, okay, I understand you. I understand you. I would never do that, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah, and it's the same thing with Chael Sonnen, right? Chael Sonnen
Yeah, the same thing.
said all this stuff about Anderson
Yeah.
Silva, and then they made the promotion of Anderson Silva movie together, right?
Yeah, no, Chael Sonnen maybe is one of the most cool guys on the industry, my brother. He looks like a very smart, intelligent, you know.
Yeah, he looks cool, brother. He looks like a nice guy to have on a barbecue, for sure.
Yeah, I think he's cool. So, but Covington goes after Strickland. Absolutely, he's pretending to be everything he wished I was. So I would love to slap Sean Strickland around. I think he's just a pathetic excuses of a human being. The guy literally has no freaking IQ. The guy is so fucking stupid. The things that he say, like he needs to get his mouth wired shut. And I'm the guy to do it. So UFC knows I'm the one that can end these guys that hate the company and hate the world. I would love to fight Sean Strickland.
Yeah, he's saying a lot, but he's actually not saying anything, right? He didn't say like, oh, do you see that thing that Sean Strickland said? No, he just said Sean Strickland talks a lot of shit, but he doesn't address anything literally. So he's actually just trying to sell a fight, of course.
Yeah, and I think he's jealous of Sean Strickland because Sean Strickland is the champ, and from what I look, from what it looks, he is not like Colby Covington. I really think Sean Strickland is like that genuine, you know?
Yeah.
I think he is like that. And Colby, everybody knows he's a character. So I think he doesn't like Sean Strickland because of that. But still, if he beat Leon Edwards, he definitely could beat Sean Strickland. Maybe not, right? Now he's very heavy. I don't know, but I would like to. I would like to see the fight. I would like to see the fight.
Yeah, me too. Especially with the trash talk. Imagine the press conference of Colby Covington against Sean Strickland, but that is going to be a Zoom. Everything's going to be chaos.
Yeah. So let's go to the next topic. Now we have an article saying Paddy Pimblett admits he wants to see Tony Ferguson get another win before retiring. I just can't let him do it at my expenses. So the whole thing is UFC star Paddy Pimblett has admitted that he wants to see Tony Ferguson pick up another win before retiring from mixed martial arts. And what do you think, Iago? Do you think this is him knowing that he's going to lose and making an excuse? Or he is a really fan.
I think he's a fan of Tony Ferguson, brother. I don't think it's an excuse because it's the worst one, brother. What are you talking about? You're gonna let the motherfucker win? You're gonna let Tony Ferguson beat you, brother? No, I think he's a fan of Tony Ferguson. I think he's being sincere on that one.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's very weird to go to a fight against a guy and say I want him to win before that. I just can't let do it by my expense. Like he's saying, he's not gonna beat me, but I wish he beat the. Do you think that's a good thing to say?
I don't mind actually. I kind of understand. He's saying for me, he's just saying he's a fan of Tony Ferguson. Like I want him to win. It's not gonna be against me, but I wish he would win and retire. You know.
And then he say, I really respect Tony Ferguson. Pimblett told TNT Sports he's one of the top lightweights of all time. Who wasn't a fan? Even I want to Tony Ferguson get a win and then retire. I just can't let him do it at my expenses, lad. It's not happening. I'm going there expecting a El Cucuy that turn up against Donald Cerrone and Anthony Pettis, he continued. I'm not going there expecting the slow version that turn up against Bobby Green. I'm expecting the best version of Tony. It's going to be absolute honor to share the cage with him.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? What do you think about the fight? We're going to make a video about that yet this week. So give your thoughts about that, Iago.
Man, I think it's UFC doing their thing again, right? Putting Tony Ferguson against a guy that they want to push, making Paddy Pimblett more known that he's already. I hope Tony Ferguson wins, and I think he has a good chance. But Paddy Pimblett is right. If the Tony Ferguson that shows up on Saturday is the same Tony Ferguson that showed up against Bobby Green, he's not losing that. He's not winning that fight, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know.
This thing with Goggins, he's training with Goggins. I think that's bullshit, brother.
Of course it is. This is media, my brother.
Yeah, brother. I
think that's just for media and for hype, you know?
The problem with Tony Ferguson, I don't think his problem is mentality, brother.
No, yeah. And even Paddy Pimblett said that, right?
He said that?
He was saying, yeah, he said that. He said, man, I don't think Tony Ferguson needs conditioning. He always was very conditioning, and his mind was always tough. He don't need to be mental. He don't need to train mental toughness, because if you remember, He got armbar by Charles Oliveira,
Yes.
knee bar by Benil Dariush, and then that guy go I don't know how many rounds with Justin Gage punishing him. So he doesn't need that. He needs smart training, not hard training.
This might be a clue for what is going on Tony Ferguson's mind right now, you know?
Yes.
Why are you not training like what you need to train and training this fucking thing with goggins, brother?
Yes.
You know, this choice that he made probably gives a clue of what his mind is right now. And it's not a good thing, brother. It's not a good thing.
We have an article over here said, would have it been better working with Freddie Roach, ex-UFC star claims Tony Ferguson's decision to train with David Goggins could backfire at UFC 296. I think Tony has misinvested his energy in his training camp. Like, he didn't need cardio or heart. One thing that's going to stay with Tony Ferguson, it is those two things. He's losing his ability to react. He's losing his ability to move at speed. These are things that he's going to struggle with in a fight, and he's not done anything from what we have seen training with David Goggins to bolster these things. He would have him be better work with someone like Freddie Roach, someone who's gonna make him sit down on his punches and move one foot after the next, and maybe be a little less chaotic and a bit more fundamentally sound. That was Dan Hardy. Brother, Dan Hardy, he does a good job analyzing fights, right? That was a very good take.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. That makes no fucking sense to be training at David Goggins. It's just a fucking Rocky Balboa thing, right? That Tony
Yes, and it's just crazy that he puts that much workout with David Goggins and like he's killing himself, you know. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Man, we have one more thing to cover over here, and that's the likely UFC payouts for 90 of the biggest MMA stars and championships revealed.
Money Moicano talking about money, right? This is the thing.
Exactly. And they showing. And I remember we were talking about that offline, how much money I think John Jones made, right, against Cormier on 2016, right?
Yeah. $3,600,000 to fight Cormier on their first fight.
We have the average over here. So this is the average payouts 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 15, 16. They just have until 16, right? UFC payouts for championships. So now we have Ronda Rousey versus Liz Camush versus Misha Tate. Hey, Ronda Rousey made how?
A good amount of money, brother.
Almost 5 million, then 4 millions and a half, 2 millions, 1 million and a half, 1,800,000, 1,800,000, and that's a good money.
Yeah.
Recently answered lawsuit documents also include Professor Roberts' export that payouts Rosie during the class period. Rosie was compensated 13 millions for participation in 7 UFC bouts, on which she won 6. 13 millions. Do you think she can retire on that?
Oh, brother, I'm pretty sure she can retire with 30 million, bro.
But I wonder how much tax she paid from that.
Yeah, a lot of taxes, right? But she's still rich, bro. No way. And you know that she's investing this money, so she probably has way more than 30 million right now.
Heavyweight Brock Lesnar made 3 millions against Alistair Overeem and 8 millions against Mark Hunt. That's very good.
Yeah.
He had a base purse of 2.5 million with a 5.5 million side deal. And I think they are, man, that's a lot of money. Andrei Arlovsky. Man, Andrei Arlovsky, too little. Man.
Andrei Arlovsky is broke, motherfucker. Lend this guy some money, please. You know
that's why he's still fighting at 43.
Yeah.
Josh Barnett versus Junior dos Santos. Man, Junior dos Santos. Cain Velasquez 2, that was not that much too.
For 50 or 700K.
man, Cain Velasquez is the most crazy. 475,000 or 1 million and
Yeah.
and
One
and
of-
almost,
One or the
yeah,
other.
one
brother.
of those, yeah. Fuck you, my brother. And John Jones make good money too. Highest paid UFC heavyweight ever.
I think John Jones just enjoy beating people, brother. He should be retired already, man. Imagine how much money he did.
Man, we have the article over here on the description. So if you want to watch more fighters and money,
you are missing a fight, brother. A fight. Conor McGregor is on that list, my brother.
yeah.
Go.
Yeah, so let's watch Conor McGregor first. Yeah, Conor McGregor made 6.8 million for a fight that generate 66 million for the UFC. That's what I'm saying. Why do you think UFC loves Conor McGregor? He made 66 million for the UFC and they pay him 7 million.
Yeah.
And that's why I got mad when people, man, fuck, we're gonna do a cut here, brother. We're gonna do a cut here because let me tell you something, brother. One thing that I hate, look at that shit. This is 2016. Conor McGregor made 6.8 million for a fight that generates 66 million for the UFC. And then we have his purse. And just in the LG Alvarez event, he got paid 6 million. And the pay-per-view generated 66 million. And I got mad with that because some people, they say, Conor McGregor is making too much money and I'm not making money. Or even people try to compare a salary of a teacher and Neymar. Have you?
Of course.
Have you heard about this kind of discussions? They say, hey, a teacher on the school, he is more worth than an athlete, you know?
Yeah.
He's teaching kids and he's teaching that. But let me tell you something. How can a teacher generate 66 million?
Yeah, brother, and this is bad because maybe the teacher is a bad teacher too, brother. People need to understand that he can be bad at his job, brother.
Yeah, maybe he's a bad teacher that is indoctrinating kids, you know.
So, I'm not talking exactly about that, but okay.
but let me tell you something. But that's true. And sometimes they say, like Neymar. I'm gonna talk about soccer because everybody knows Neymar, even people that don't follow soccer, right? So you have Neymar, and people say, "Did you see?" Or let's say Messi, and they say, "Did you see how much money Messi or Neymar made? That's a lot of money." Let me tell you something. That's nothing compared with the money that they are making for the organization. You know, for the teams, for the big guys, you know. So when you see a guy getting 10 millions, 20 millions, 100 millions, the big man is making 1 billion.
Yes.
You know what I mean? On sales, on tickets, and that's the way it works, my brother. That's why it's called capitalist.
Yeah.
You know, this is a free market capitalist. That's how it works, my brother. You should pay what you brings to the company, because before McGregor generate 66 million for the company, you be sure that the company invest a lot of money on him, you know, and that's why they want him to succeed. He worth a lot of money. He bring the eyeballs, and that's why people love McGregor. Let's see the lawsuit. Let me show you. Lawsuit documents also include Professor Robert Toppel's expert report that series UFC payouts from McGregor during the class period. Conor McGregor was compensated nearly 20 million for participation in 9 bouts, of which he won 8.
20 million for 9 bouts, bro.
For 9 bouts. That's a lot of money.
That's money, my brother. Jesus
This
Christ.
would have covered his first 9 bouts in the UFC, from his bout with Marcus Brimage through the second against Nate Diaz. And let me show you. We were talking about that with Ian Garry, you know. I don't see nobody hating McGregor for that, brother.
No.
You know, I don't see nobody, you know. But look at that. So, he beat Brimage, and then he fought Max Holloway, tough fight. And then Diego Brandão, not in UFC anymore. Dustin Poirier, but remember, that was 45, was a crazy cut, but it's still Dustin Poirier. Then Dennis Silva. Chad Mendes and Jose Aldo and Nate Diaz. You know, to be pretty fair, Nate Diaz, Jose Aldo, Chad Mendes, and Dustin Poirier, they were. Man, Cole Miller was supposed to fight McGregor. Man, I know this guy. He trains at America Top Team. He used to train. Now he's retired. He's a cool guy. But imagine to not fighting Conor McGregor, my brother.
Yeah.
He got canceled bout. Why? Injury. Miller had an injury, my brother. Imagine that you're the guy that was supposed to fight McGregor and then got injury, my brother.
If you have a broken arm, go fight with a broken arm against McGregor, brother. Just get fucking paid that money, brother. Imagine how much you would have made.
Yeah, I don't know, because the contract of him at the time maybe was not.
Maybe it wasn't worth it, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, just the exposure, right?
Yeah.
The fans would know you. But that was the video, my brother. Thank you so much, everybody, to go into the podcast. I have training. I have to rest a little bit and go to the training. But thank you so much, Iago. Very good of podcast today. I think we have content for the week.
Yeah, thank you, my brother.
UFC 296. I can't wait. See you soon. See you, Iago.
See you.